Passion Vendel-Martinez avec MMAnytt ici, avec CYrille Diabate pour UFC Fight Night, Gustafsson versus Manuwa. How was that French this time? Better than the first time,
yeah,
or
a lot better than the first time? Yeah.
All right. Well, at least I'm progressing.
Yeah.
Now, like we said, the last time we met was for the last London card. You've been out for a while. That fight ended through injury. Could you sort of talk through the circumstances around that and the recovery process?
During the warm-up for the fight in the locker room, I felt very intense pain in my Achilles tendon. So of course I had to tone it down a bit, the warm-up, and during the first round, maybe the first minute or the second minute of the first round, I felt my calf tear, and it was a partial tear of the Achilles tendon and a big tear in the calf. So I had to put out that fight. After that, it was 3 weeks without walking, and then rehab for 5 months. So a long time.
So pretty serious injury, huh?
Yeah, serious injury, and it hurts the mental side of things as well. Just not being able to walk around properly, limping around, and obviously not training for a long time. So it took maybe 8 months before going back to the gym. So yeah, mentally you got to stay focused and be strong and grit your teeth through it.
Is there this whole period of injury and rehabilitation? Is there anything positive you can take from it?
Yeah, you strengthen yourself mentally. I think any athlete that stays out with an injury a very long time has got to strengthen himself mentally to go through the whole process and recover properly.
All right, well, you're back in action now, and I guess you're feeling 100%?
Yeah, a lot better. Actually, my leg is a lot healthier than it was before the tear, so I'm looking forward to this fight.
Well, yeah, speaking of this fight, you're facing Ilir Latifi. He's a training partner of Alexander Gustafsson, who defeated you. Do you feel like maybe you can get some revenge against the Swedes or his training partner?
No, an opponent's an opponent. Even if they train together, they've got the completely opposites. Gustafsson's a tall, lanky striker, and Ilir's a short, stocky wrestler. So they couldn't be more the opposite. I've taken this fight as of I'm not even worried about them training together, or I know Ilir will be used to tall, lanky strikers, so I brought some wrestlers, short wrestlers into the gym to help me for this camp. It's just going to be me against Ilir. I'm not focused on if they train together or not.
And style-wise, it's like you said, a bit of a striker versus grappler matchup. You're a bit of a wrestler. You're a bit of kickboxing background. How do you feel about sort of clash of styles?
Well, it's going to be tactical. It's going to be strategy. He will eventually try to close the gap and take me to the ground and use his power and his wrestling abilities to control the fight, and I'm going to do the opposite. So nobody's going to be surprised by the style of the fight. It's just going to be who's going to be the best at implementing their skills and the game plan.
And where do you say you have the biggest advantage in this fight?
I think my reach and my striking definitely gives me an advantage standing up, and I think his wrestling gives him an advantage in the clinch. So nobody's going to be surprised by it.
What about experience? I think he has only about 10 fights in MMA, whereas you have almost double that. Do you think that'll play part in this?
I think I have an edge in MMA experience, but he's been around the sport for a long time. He's been training with the top MMA guys for a long time. Of course, he's been competing for a very long time. So I don't think experience is gonna be much of an advantage. I really think it's going to be skill-wise and sticking to the game plan.
Okay. Now, last time we spoke, we also talked a little bit about MMA in France, and it seems like has the situation changed there, or no?
No, nothing's changed. We're still being seen as unsportsmanlike athletes that do a barbaric style of fighting. Knowing that professional boxing and Thai boxing and kickboxing is all official in France is completely crazy, but that's the way it goes. I think politics is more of the issue than the actual sport itself. We have the judo and karate federations, which are some of the biggest federations, sports federations in France, doing what they can to prevent MMA from being legalized. So that's mainly the point.
Okay, so it's a bit of the federations are clashing, that they don't perhaps want more attention in the media, and they realize MMA might take that spotlight?
Well, judo is, I think, the second or third sports federation in France in terms of the numbers. So they're strong. They have power. They can influence the French sports ministry, and it all goes down to that. Actually, it's about judo not letting us be legalized, because they know that the young people, the teenagers today, will wake up in the middle of the night and watch a UFC main card, whereas they won't do that with judo anymore, because it's been a long time since anybody's been excited about a judo match. So that's basically what it is.
All right. Well, hopefully a strong performance from one of France's most known MMA fighters can perhaps sway the discussion over there. So keep a lookout for the light heavyweight fight between CYrille Diabate and Ilir Latifi at UFC Fight Night, Gustafsson versus Manuwa. Bonne chance et merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup. Au revoir.